When you ask World War II combat veterans about their sacrifice, many will say they were just doing their job when their country needed them. On December 7th, 78 years ago, more than 2,300 made the ultimate sacrifice, killed in a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. That day changed America, and with it, the course of history.
December 7th, 1941.
I will never forget seeing the bodies.
I saw that light. I crawled out that hole.
You don't know how long you can stay awake, but when you got them kamikazes coming in, I say I was 18 or 24 hours.
And they say that grown men don't cry. Yeah, we do.
A date which will live in infamy.
Feeling was, well, where's Japan? And the feeling was, oh, that's just a little country way over there, 10,000 miles over there. This won't amount to anything. You know, that'll be taken care of in a few weeks.
Late 1941, the world was already at war.
And they thought that after Pearl Harbor, we would just stay out of it and let them go ahead with their conquest. But they found out differently, didn't they?
In eastern Oklahoma, it was just an ordinary Sunday in December. But little did many know what had just happened thousands of miles away would change their lives forever.
And we were dancing, having a good time, just carrying on.
I was at an afternoon movie in Claremore, Oklahoma, where I grew up. And when I came home from the movie, 4:30 or so, my parents were huddled around the radio. And I knew something was going on. I didn't know what. And then, of course, they told me about the bombing at Pearl Harbor.
Americans were scared. Hawaii and both coasts ordered to darken their lights at night, unsure of what might happen next.
They didn't know what to do, so they were advised what to do in the event of an air raid, because at that time we thought there might be air raids coming in on the West Coast.
These men heard their country calling. They answered.
I graduated from high school on a Tuesday night, and on Friday I was on my way to San Diego to the Navy.
I guess you'd call me a patriot, because I am. And I felt like that was what I have to do.
Some boarded a ship and sailed the Pacific.
We'd come up at night and see the lights in Japan. That's how close we would be.
Others headed toward Europe, James Carl pleading with his doctor to allow him to fly.
He literally saved my life. He gave me a chance to go into the service, which was my dream.
Eventually, he joined the push as Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy.
We were over there to do a job, and we did a job. We did it well. But sometimes I kind of wished I hadn't have been involved.
It was a war that still haunts many, the things they saw and the ones who didn't make it back home.
And I think about all these buddies of mine that I lost. God, you lose one of them, it's a brother. We were blood brothers. We were really, truly blood brothers. When we lost one, you don't get over it.
44 months and 1 week. That's how long it took for the United States to lose more than 405,000 of its own, most not even old enough to graduate college. So when the war finally ended, Americans rejoiced together, beginning in Pearl Harbor, which had remained darkened since the day it was attacked.
All the lights came on in the harbor, sirens started blowing, all kinds of noises, you know, and everybody was in a joyous mood. Guys were jumping over the side into the harbor there, into the water, and you know, it was just a crazy time, really.
Those who lived through the combat, still alive to pass on the torch, urge Americans to stand ready. And on the 78th anniversary of the bombing of Pearl Harbor, never forget what they fought to protect.
Lest we forget is, let's not forget.
But people loved this country, and consequently, we loved each other.
That's one of the most fortunate things that ever happened to me, was being born in the United States.
Echoes of the past from America's heroes. Chris DeMaria, 2 Works for You.